Now, look, I'm not looking to knock anybody's hustle or to be a hater or to say that somebody does not have the right to do what the hell they want to do in the confines of what is moral and what is legal. But what I will say is this. There are some folks out there, some folks like Alex Cooper, who are a net negative. They are problematic. They are worse for our society than they are better. It is really that simple. There are those who are net positive, those who are creating things that move us forward. And this is in every area and space and industry in life. But there are those like the Call Her Daddy podcast who are doing, I would almost say, irreversible damage, in the same way like OnlyFans is, etc. But I do believe at my core, because I am an optimist, that these things can be changed, but it's going to be far more difficult to kind of steer that ship in a different direction. As they say, if you want to change the course of a ship, you have to change it bit by bit by bit, because that mug is heavy and it is set on the way that it is going. So that being said, I wanted to get into this clip that I ran across from none other than Club Shay Shay. Oh, Shay Shay, as if you don't have your name in the spotlights enough at this point. Talking to Dave Portnoy, who I'm 50-50 about right now. I'm 50-50 with Dave Portnoy. You understand me? There are some parts I respect, and, as a businessman and things of that nature, but then there are also other things I'm like, what do you actually stand for, if anything at all? If you're just in it for the bag, that's your business. But anyway, let me let him explain the inception of Alex Cooper, and then I'm going to give my 2 cents on the back end.
She became like almost a female Oprah. She's got these huge guests.
Wait, hold up.
She became like almost a female Oprah.
Did that boy say she became almost like a female Oprah? Now look, Oprah, you got your own skeletons, likely, allegedly. But I don't think you deserve that stray right there. I was not expecting that. You said like a female Oprah.
These huge guests, and I mean, she's got Kamala.
60 million, then 125, and then she just got another.
Getting Kamala as a guest is not a flex. It's the mere opposite at this point.
She became like almost a female Oprah. She's got these huge guests, and I mean, she's got Kamala.
60 million, then 125, and then she just got another like that. Yeah.
She's a megastar, and she's somebody like the first time I met her.
Right.
I saw her sizzle reel. And I'm like,
they're paying I just saw that right now. I'm sorry, folks. $125 million is being paid out to this PSYOP. I'm going to call it what it is. It's a PSYOP. In the same way OnlyFans is a PSYOP to create more 304s, to have more of our daughters, our sisters, our nieces, our mothers, our aunties, sometimes grandmothers, God forbid, to become digital 304s. In the same way, this Alex Cooper, I don't know if y'all have heard of this podcast. If you haven't, you're better off. But essentially, all they talk about is the freakiest, dirtiest, nastiest stuff. That's what they do. They promote, quote unquote, hookup culture. They promote being a modern day streetwalker. That's what they do. That's the entire premise of the show. That it's in the name. Call Her Daddy. It's the manifestation of the feminist demon is what it is in podcast form. But I didn't know that was the basis of this conversation, was the 125 million. Again, this is capitalism. This is the free market. And I'm an advocate of the free market. You can spread your good ideas as much as your whatever the hell these types of ideas are. But damn.
Who made this for you? She's like, I did. I learned how to edit. I'm like, done, signed up. Let's do it. So she's self-motivated, very smart. You see a lot of people who don't put in the work to learn how, the beauty of nowadays, there's a lot of people, I get 100 emails a day. Hey, I'm super funny. I'd fit in. I can do this. I can do that. All right, show me your reels. Show me what you've done. Zip, they got nothing. The people, the internet, you can go do it. You can be self-motivated. You can put out 100 episodes. You can do whatever. So she was self-motivated. She knew what she wanted to do. She learned how to edit. She had a very motivated, clear vision of what she wanted.
That's the thing some folks don't get. The devil works hard as hell too. Folks ask me, man, you create so much content. You always on, on almost every day, except for maybe an oddball day, 3 videos a day on here, 3 to 5 videos on TikTok, because I understand that in order for my message to penetrate, in order for my message to resonate and to combat the negative programming and the destructive programming, I have to be working at the same capacity, if not more so. That's the thing. Evil works hard. I got to work harder. That's how that goes. And when you have a mission in life, that's what it is, because these people are the opposite of a mission. I mean, they're on a mission of their own. It's a demonic mission. It's an evil mission. It's a mission to have our girls be misled and go down this path of the, the quote unquote wide road and wide legs, and to end up essentially compromised in ways that they will never come back from. Women who will later look in their past and say, why the hell did I move? Why did I give myself away like that? Oh, I was listening to Alex Cooper, and she said that this is fun. She said that this is entertaining. She said that this is empowerment. She said that this is liberating. As a woman, you should spread your legs as wide as possible, and then you are free. No, you're a damn slave. You're a fool. You've been bamboozled. They're selling you a lie. But again, I'm showing y'all the back. See, look, they strategize. They put 2 and 2 together. Oh, don't get me wrong. They got a work ethic. A lot of these rappers, these drill rappers, 15, 20 mixtapes, Future, 150 albums in 1 year of nothing but toxic waste.
And it was unique.
Yeah.
People hadn't done what she did at the time.
Are you surprised she got his?
Look, being a 304 is as old as time. What are you talking about? Nobody had done what she was doing. Talk about being yes, that had been done. Maybe, I guess, not at this scale level on digital, but we had a lot of that going on already. That was the problem. You had the priming for it. You had the preparations for it. There was a time in American television when a couple couldn't even kiss on television. Now, everything is out. I am pressed to see a movie. And I'm not talking about R-rated. I'm talking about just regular PG-13 type of movies. I'm pressed to see a movie where somebody is not naked or some cheeks are showing or something like that. I remember the first time I saw a nip on like real life real life movie. I was flabbergasted. Now, if it happens, I'm just like, okay, fast forward. It's just a regular Tuesday. Wild.
Biggest you got?
It happened so fast, that caught me off guard. But no, once it
Industry
went going,
planned.
she's turned into a monster. We found her nothing. She's nobody. We signed the 2 of them to $100,000 each, right? Her and Sophia. Thing exploded. 6 months later, they're up to $500,000. They signed a 3-year deal. Okay. You can go.
Again, I'm not saying that it would not have had the same traction. I'm not one of these guys who says everything is just a plan. Like, to be an industry plant, it means you could also have worked your ass off or whatever, but it's just you now being put in position to promote you as the mainstream narrative. That's what I believe the plant thing to be. Yes, there's some examples of somebody gets pulled off the street, right? But this is somebody, obviously, they're building their little following, whatever they got going on, like a Doechii, right? She had been doing her social media thing for years. She has the talent, but she is a plant as far as they're trying to push an agenda through her. Alex Cooper and this call me daddy nonsense is the exact same thing. And now we get to see the face behind it. This is the dude, the pizza eating guy, right? Dave Portnoy, who doesn't have the integrity. I mean, he signed $1 million worth of game, but now when I think about it, it's like, is it because it's perpetuating this, the rap thug culture? Is that what it's about? I mean, I know it's about money, right? Because some folks are going to say, well, because he's a little hat person. Those little hat people, if they're going to do one thing, they're going to destroy our culture. They're going to destroy our society. And if that's what you want to believe, you go ahead. But I believe that it don't matter what religion, what ethnicity, etc. These are people who are looking to make money, even if it means the destruction of our own society.
When you're like, that's what we do.
Right.
Like we don't own you after, go make all. But the peanuts thing.
Why didn't you sign them to a 3-year deal, maybe like a year and a half in, say, hey, let's redo this deal.
We were redoing the deal. They're tough to deal with. You've got athletes, same way, holdouts, their talent. And they look at it, and your talent looks at it. Hey, I got to strike when this is hot. They don't give about us. We pay as good I think, as any media company Wall and Gilly, they're crying, popping bottles with how much they're making. Alex got 60. McAfee's making tens. We pay. That's the biggest misnomer in the world.
Y'all pay?
We pay.
Pay.
I mean, you're huge.
You see, Shay Shay's trying to get pay. That's what he's trying to negotiate himself. He said, "You know, I'm gonna need the money. I'm under a $50 million lawsuit right now. You pay? You said 60? You see, he put his chapstick on real fast. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to bring this subject up because I thought this thing was dying out. I really did. But yet they're talking about how it may very well be the most popular podcast within the demographic of like 18 to 25-year-old women. Girls, what the hell? What the helly? I'm sorry, I had to go there. Somebody probably hated that right now. Suck it up, Buttercup. This is unfortunate though. Like for real. It's really unfortunate. But again, I'm not going to let up. I know there's a lot of folks out there. Shout out to everybody with this sort of messaging. I'm not about to let up. I'm not taking my foot off of their damn Nizex. We are going to push you into obscurity. We're bringing back values, morality. We're bringing that back. No, we're bringing that back. We're not accepting this because though it's being pushed and it's being promoted and there's an audience for it, and there are those who are susceptible enough to fall for this nonsense, I believe that there are more decent human beings who want better. I do. Even if it's 51%, that's all I need. 50.5% or 50.6%, that's all I need. That's all I need in order to know that this battle is winnable. Simple. Because this is what has created these cultural problems. We go into the dating space, which then becomes, relationship or marriage space, which goes into families, right? It's all connected. It's all connected. If the dating pool is effed up, it means that the children are growing up in broken households, which creates for a broken culture, broken society, a degenerating civilization. That's how serious this is. That's why I go off the way that I go off. This Oprah is peanuts in comparison to this nut. Oprah is, I'm telling y'all, when it comes to the propaganda, Oprah was pushing, a little bit of feminist here, there, whatever it is. She had a lot of different things that she was on. But Alex Cooper has one mission and one mission only, and that is missionary. I had to go there. Her mission is to make sure that every single young girl is sexualized. That's the mission purpose of that podcast. They tell you it's about education. No, it's about indoctrination. It's about indoctrination. The same way we talk about the prison pipeline of prison and hip hop or rap music to lead these young men to prison, to lead these young men to off themselves. So the funeral parlors and the damn prisons are monetizing. They're going to monetize off of young women's brokenness because single women, I'm not talking about rich, I'm talking about lonely women buy more than anybody. Easier to control, easier to manipulate. They're looking to satiate their depression. They're looking to satiate their loneliness with things and things and things. Just like young boys, men, and I'll use that term loosely, when you are hyper sexualized, your brain is fixated on these sorts of images, ideas, etc. You are weaker as a result. And a weak man is a useless man. I didn't say a valueless man. I didn't say an unworthy. I said a weak man is useless, meaning you can't do anything of use if your mind is occupied with the most animalistic function of your damn makeup. You're salivating at the sight of every damn thing that you see. So that's why I go in the way that I do. That's why I do what I do so consistently, so prolifically, and I'm never going to let up. Never. Never. Even when I am dead and gone, I will still be speaking. You best recognize that. You best accept that. So if you mad now, be mad for all of eternity. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 365, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up. You know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises. You get to praising.